I know there's a lot of controversies around Solo 3.0. Some people find it disappointing, and trust me, I have my words for Warlock Solo 3.0. Goddamn, I have some words for that. But holy shit, could we just appreciate this melee? If you don't know, this is a new solo aspect for Titan, and yeah, like I said, it's a completely new and unique melee. It states while sliding along the ground, activate your charged ability to launch a wave of solar energy forward, scorching enemies it hits and leaping you into the air. And then, it's a 2-fucking-parter. While you're in the air, activate your melee again to slam the ground, creating a larger wave of solar energy and igniting any enemies that are scorched. This melee alone is way too fun. Come on. Its add clear capabilities are incredibly good. Its solo damage capabilities are okay, but not as good as just, you know, abusing hammer. But still, it's so fun, and I I want to take advantage of this shit. Let's take this to the max. We're gonna pair this with Soul Invictus. Did I actually say that right? Holy shit, I was supposed to fuck it up. It was a bit. Sunspots, yeah, just pretend I said that wrong. This is basically just Sunspots as it was before. Solar ability, Final Blows, Hammer of Soul impacts, and defeating scorched targets will create Sunspots, which, while you're standing in it, will regenerate your abilities faster, and make your super drain more slower, and then also give you restoration. What we're mainly focusing on with Sunspots, though, is the ability regen, which will give us back our melee better, which is, well, what we're going for here. Then, to get even more melee back, we're going to be pairing it with Ember of Searing. This means defeating scorched targets will give us melee energy, which the melee already does scorched targets, meaning your melee will give you back your melee. Plus sunspots, and we have a lot of melees. Then, skipping past these two, I'll go to later, we're going to then be pairing it with Heart of Inmost Light. Basically, this means when you use an ability, it empowers the other two abilities, meaning they recharge faster and do more damage. This will stack up to 2, and again, melee empowerment times 2 means we get even more melee regen, also damage, that is quite nice, but the melee regen is what we're focusing on. More melees mean more melees, and more melees is what we're going for. But to keep up with Heart of Inmost Light, we're also going to need to get our other abilities back, which is why we're going to be pairing it with Ember of Blistering. This means killing targets with solar ignitions will grant us grenade energy. And, conveniently enough, this melee does ignite targets. The second wave will ignite to scorched targets. This as a combo is already really strong. Sunspots plus empowerment is really fast, and the fact that our melees give us back our melees is incredibly good. But taking it to the next step, we can go even higher. Firstly, Outreach. This means when we use our class ability, we will reduce our melee cooldown. More melees means more melees. And then, I have the wrong mod on, hang on. Momentum Transfer. This means dealing damage with our grenade will reduce our melee cooldown. More melees means more melees. And then for the mods, we're going to have 3 melee Wellmakers with 1 Bountiful Wells. This means we get a kill with our melee, which does include the new one. We will spawn in 4 melee or solar wells, which when we pick them up, we will get melee energy. And guess what? More melees means more melees. And then finally, 1 explosive Wellmaker, meaning when we defeat 2 targets with an explosion, we will generate more solar wells, which in this case will be 2. And yes, your melee does count as an explosion. Like I said, solar wells will give you more melee energy, and more melees means more melees. You pair this all together and you give yourself an incredible amount of melees. It is like, this is one of the funnest builds I have used, especially recording the gameplay. Holy shit, it is so fun, especially if you get into the flow of it. That's about it for the build though. There are 2 tips I want to go over quickly. The first one is during the sliding part of the melee, when you jump up, it will actually boost you in the direction you're currently moving. So if you move backwards, you will be launched backwards, which can really help for single targets. The second one is if you just don't use the second half of the melee at all, you will save your melee energy, and you will have half of your melee back instantly. So if there's a single target, then that's very helpful. Other than that, that is it this time. I've went over my 4-minute threshold, but who cares? Enjoy the gameplay.
fallen raiding party ahead. You seem thrilled about the Evoker's presence.
I don't appreciate your words.
A powerful nightmare. See that it is destroyed.